you know, I try to get out the fact that, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm trying to get out the fact that, I'm on a mission here on the face of this planet. I'm trying to get out that, you know, I'm a starseed, I'm a targeted individual. And, it's just that, like, it speaks for itself. I've never had anyone question, the way how I speak and why I do these things, because they know. Just like in life, if anyone else did the things that I did, they'll be questioned for it. People see them as weird, and a lot of people do see me as weird. And that's mostly people that don't know me and don't understand me. So, it's all a mission. I've always explained, here's to find whether or not your mission on Earth is finished. If you're still alive, it isn't. You're sent here on a mission as a starseed, and it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I see that there are things around me that's letting me know that, yes, you are on a mission. Yes, you're exactly what you think you are. If you ever had a doubt, don't listen to anyone that tell you otherwise. You are of importance. And, it's rare. It's a small percentage of people like me. I know who I am. Sometimes before you even say something, and just by looking at you, just by me doing something, I can tell what you are thinking. I can tell what someone is going to do. I can predict things. You guys know what I mean? So I know who I am. I know, my intent. I know that other people know who I am and know my intent. So this channel, I'm leaving this voice here for when I'm gone. I'm leaving this here for anyone that, is going through something similar to what I'm going through, the gangstalking program, being a target individual. I'm leaving it here for them to feel less alone. And I know, as I said, I know everything. I know my videos have a vibe to it. And I know that you watch my videos. Sometimes you're not even listening. Sometimes you're not even listening to what I'm saying. It's just the energy. I know. I do the same thing. Sometimes I'm watching other target individuals. It is not that I click on these videos and I'm not listening whatsoever. A 20-minute video, you don't hear every single second of the video. Sometimes you're just thinking. You just clicked on the video just because of the person who it is. You feel their vibe, you feel their mood. It's an energy. I know that there's at least one person, or as I said, 2, 3, that do the same thing for me, and I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I like that very fact. And, I have no problem doing it. And that's pretty much it. I explained one time that it was very exciting to start this YouTube channel. Though the reason why I started it was because I'm a victim of a deadly secret government program. So I always found that kind of weird to say. How could you be excited? But, it's just, gangstalking is something that's very hard to explain. It's just something that is being done to you. But if you succeed at, fighting against these people, not giving up, you actually get good out of it. Because this is how I got to find out that I was a starseed. This is how I got to find out that I was a chosen one. Because these people followed me, synchronized, spy. Because they're doing all of these things, I know that it is for a reason. You can't tell me different. This is actual real life people. You guys know what I mean? They are doing these things to God's people. They are doing these things to real targets, real people. And some people don't believe it. You cannot get some people to believe that there is something called the gang stalking program that is connected to the government, the CIA, the FBI. They're going to think that you're crazy. I just, it's like a robot. I just keep on saying the same thing over and over again. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. I put my all into this video. I really appreciate you guys for listening.